around. And I had my own thing with some skinheads years ago. You know, I was, again, in London, and these three guys, they go around in groups, you know, because they have a lot of highly classified information to convey to one another. And one of them bumped into me, very deliberately, shouldered me. And now I'm a rational person. Usually, you know, in that situation, I would think, like you, I'll go home, have a cup of tea, and think about what I would have done to this person had they been tied up. But I was too tired and pissed off. I just stood there and looked at them. And they came back. And we had a chat. The main thing they wanted to know was how I proposed to continue breathing for the next couple of minutes. And then I did a very male sort of reckoning. You know, I did the calculation. I thought, right, there's 3 of you, and there's 1 of me. I'm rubbish at maths, by the way. But in record time, I worked out that it would take at least 3 of me to defend myself against a third of 1 of them. Even if he only attacked me with his arse. I'm not a fighter, you know, I'm a bleeder. The best I could hope for would be to drown somebody else in my own blood. If I don't drown myself before, you know, I'm not very good at dealing with those kind of, you know, things you're supposed to get good at fighting, and I can't even swim. I can't drive. I was going to learn to drive recently, but then I thought, well, what if I crash into a lake? But a lot of things I don't do. So, you know, because I'm saying all this as a man, you know, I mean, I am a man. Either that or a woman who's really let herself go. It's not easy being a man. You know, men have lots of health checks and stuff as well as women. You know, you have to look for a testicular cancer. There's nothing funny about that. You have to look for a lump in a bag of lumps. That can take some time. Male genitalia is particularly awful. You know, I think when women were being designed by God or the team of Italian gay men or whoever isn't there, it was rather a good day. Everybody was enjoying themselves. There was some nice wine and some food around, you know, and everybody was having a lovely time saying molto more funny stuff, a secret thing, a drinks holder, get them out there. And when men were up for production, it was some sort of double shift deadline late on a Friday night in Warsaw, because they just stick people, block, stick, block there. Oh, they've no genitals, bring them back. We'll use some of the elbow scrag left over from the women. That's fine, that'll do. That's why it's so depressing to look at, you know? This kind of bagpipes covered in hair. And they say, you know, after people make love, that there's a kind of melancholia that descends on them, le petit mort, you know, the little death. Well, I'm here to tell you, after a romantic night in with yourself, there's a very acute sensation of failed suicide. And I think a lot of that, if you're male, is just because of the quality of the gear you've got to work with. You know, it's horrible looking. I mean, it sounds like some kind of deep-sea fish that ate its own arse after about an hour. What's going on down there? If it was something nice, you know, like a kitten's head or something, when you could just tickle its chin until it got sick, it would be all right. You know. I don't want to talk endlessly about genitalia. There's plenty of other staffers who can do that. But at this stage, if it hasn't already, probably will see a production of the Vagina Monologues, which I cannot wait to see because it sounds so fabulously fucking stupid. Everybody knows that if female genitalia could speak, it would sound exactly like Enya. I think I might have to sit down. I've been standing up for too long. And I don't want to make any huge generalizations about women, you know. No, I'm not here to do that. It's vulgar. But all I'll say is that they have no feelings. Because it's actually men, you'll find, who are far more romantic. Men are the people you will hear say, I found somebody. She's amazing. If I don't get to be with this person, I'm fucked. I can't carry on. I know I mean it. She's totally transformed my life. I have a job, I have a flat, it means nothing. I can't stand it. I have to be with her, because if I don't, I'm going to end up in some bedsit, I'll be alcoholic, I'll have itchy trousers. I can't walk the streets anymore. That is how women feel about shoes. And there are times, you know, you realize how unfair it is, you know, in the gender divide with arguments. You know, it's men and women shouldn't be allowed to argue. You know, people in gay marriages can argue, that's fine. Although, you know, I would imagine there are problems in gay marriages or long-standing gay couples, you know, with two guys, one says to the other, are you going to pick up that jacket? It's been lying there for ages, I'm cleaning up around here. And the other one will say, no, I'm not. Well, why not? Why should I do everything? I'm a guy as well, fuck off. And the typical heterosexual male view of, you know, female gay relationships is that there couldn't possibly be any problems in them. There are more than two breasts in the room at any one time. What could possibly go wrong? If a bill or something arrives, somebody might go, oh, this is terrible, how the fuck are we going to pay this? And the other one will go, yeah, I know, but look. So, you cannot overestimate how infantile men are about sex. Men are people who have sex because they have a headache. Or are on fire, or have been shot in the head, or whatever it is. And the arguments do seem to be unfairly racked in women's favour because of I think the arguments are made in different places. All male arguments are very early 70s, Soviet-made, unidirectional, trundling behemoths that say the same thing again and again and again. You know, I told you I would be late on Tuesday. I told you I would be late. I said it. I heard my own voice. I did say it. I told you. Whereas women seem to have these amazing, slinky stealth bombers designed by Jaguar with a lovely cream leather interior and infinite torque. That's why they can respond by saying, yes, maybe, all right, but why is the fridge door open? I don't understand. There are times, I think, when every man gets very envious of women. And you want to be a woman sometimes, just to be able to say the things they say, you know. I asked a woman I was with once, simple question. I said, have you ever eaten pheasant? It's direct, isn't it? It's enclosed, it contains everything that needs to be said. And she said a wonderful thing. She said, she thought about it. And she said, not really. What does that mean? On any level? Did you suck it and throw it away? Did somebody drop it in your drink? What happened? Was it a speeding car? One lick? What? Another time, I was in a cab, I was paying the guy, and I was stepping out, and I stood on the wrong part of my foot. I stood on the side, okay? And I knew I was going to fall. And it wasn't going to be a good one.